Hi guys. So I shot this video about 20 minutes ago and I went into edit it and I noticed there was no sound. So I'm on my new computer and it's a nice computer. I know it looks exactly the same to you guys, but who cares? So anyways, the problem is I didn't have my microphone selected in the preferences to record videos, and so I just wouldn't fix that. So anyways, here we are. We're now recording this video, and this video is about the support paragraphs. But I do want to go over the beginning of the outline just a little bit, just to review. So this is the sample outline that I gave to you guys. You can find it up in, whatever that place is, files. You can find it in files in Canvas. And all you have to do is turn in Monday night. You were required to turn in, which most of you didn't do, by the way, some outlines, and it was on the first 3 paragraphs. And now I explained in class how to do that. I understand some people didn't, so I'm going to give you a real quick review so you can do this now. So first, introductory sentence. Dear Mom, I'm writing you this today, blah, blah, blah. Subject, I am writing this letter to tell you about Bloodchild by Octavia Butler. Okay, that's what the subject is. You're not writing about Resoothin', you're writing about Bloodchild. Then the stakes and WTF. This is where you, as a writer, have to say why this is important to you, not society in general. First, there's no such thing, and second, who cares? Honestly, you're talking to Mom. Mom only cares about you. She loves you. She could care 2 craps less about the rest of society. So that's how you have to write about this. Okay? And then you have to transition into the narration or the definitions paragraph. That's a good way to think about it. This paragraph is meant to define things. And what you're defining in this paragraph is, effective altruism. What does it mean? So here you give me some background to it, 1 sentence. Then you're giving, the quote from Resoothin' about effective altruism. The right here analysis, you're explaining exactly what this quote means. That's all you're doing. Then right here, you're tying in the quote, the context, and the analysis all back to your thesis about Bloodchild by Octavia Butler. Then you transition again. Then in the thesis paragraph, you have a thesis, a mapping sentence, and transition. And in the last video, I explained what a mapping sentence is. So just really quick, this is the mapping sentence. This is what it kind of looks like. It's a map. You start off at this hole on the golf course, and then you go to this one, and then this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and over here. It's just basically showing you how you go. So you got sand traps, and you got ugly grass, and then you have the water trap over here, and then you go off to the clubhouse, which is the conclusion. By the way, I don't play golf, so if I said that stuff wrong, I'm sorry. But that's an easy way to explain what's going on. Now, I didn't show the trees that are in between and some of the other problems. Who cares? For those of you who are golfists. But this is the basic map. Watch that other video. Now, so that's what's going on here. So thesis, mapping sentence, then transition. Then you move into your several body paragraphs. Okay, we'll go into that in a second. And then your counter arguments. Now in your counter arguments, that's what's going to be happening tomorrow. I do recommend you include a quote in your counter argument. Okay, so if that means you have a quote up here and a quote down here, that's 2 quotes. You're only required to have 4 quotes in this essay. You're not required to have a quote in every single paragraph, okay? And then what you want to do is, figure out what other quotes you're going to use up here in the body paragraphs. So you have 2 quotes from Resoothin' that I'm required and 2 quotes from Butler that I'm requiring. Do not bring in any other quotes. Do not bring in crap from the internet, whatever. Just these things. Then that is where things go. So if you have a quote here, which I recommend, it's not required, but I recommend, and then there is a quote up here that I do require, so then you have to figure out what do you put in here. Okay, what do you put in there? And how many of them are there? Then you have this other crap you have to write for tomorrow. Alright, so let's go to this next document I created. This is all you have to turn into me tomorrow with all the blanks. So what I did was I grayed out stuff you don't have to show me. Same down here. Okay? All you have to show me for tonight are these paragraphs. So you have paragraph 1 through paragraph 6. Why? Why 6? I'm going to show you. So the basic formula on a paper is you have to have more paragraphs than you have in your front matter and in your rear matter. So you have 2 paragraphs in your rear matter, which is the counter argument and the conclusion. And then in your front matter, you have 3 paragraphs. You have your introduction, the definition paragraph, and your thesis paragraph. So if you have to have more, so 3 plus 2 is 5, right? You have to have more than 5, so the minimum to be more than 5 is 6. So right here, I have shown you 6 paragraphs. Now, what about in each one of these it says, quote with introduction? Does that mean you have to have a quote in every paragraph? No, you don't. You don't have to. In the next essay you do, and in the final essay you do, but not in this one. So what are you going to do instead of a quote? This is where you have your main point. This is where your beef is. Like if you're writing, about that hamburger, paragraph, or the sandwich paragraph. That's where the meat is. If you're a vegan, that's where the tofu is. Or the tomato, a good... I had an amazing vegan sandwich over the weekend, and the core thing was a tomato. Oh my gosh, it was killer. Okay, but the key thing is when you make a good paragraph, you have to have something that's the most important thing. So in the place of a quote, you're going to write a single point, you're going to flesh it out, you're going to give it power. You do have to have a little context to set it up, and you have to have an analysis to explain exactly what you're thinking. Make your point in here. Topic, set it up. Context, continuing the setup. Implications is where you tie it back to your thesis about Bloodchild seen through the lens of Rhys Southan's effective altruism. And that's what you have to send me. It's not hard. It's actually a pretty simple paper to write, outline to write. But this is where you do your key planning. Okay? And that's it. Pretty simple. You don't have to do any of this stuff down here. You don't have any of this stuff up here. You have to have your MLA information. You guys know how to do it. And I'm going to go ahead and upload this as soon as the video is done being edited. I'm going to go ahead and upload this thing right here to support. Let me change that to, see what up in the top here it says Essay 1 sample outline. So I'm going to go ahead and support. I'm going to write here, Essay 1, support paragraph sample outline, take out the period. And there you go. That is the title to this. And you will see it in files. Okay? Alright guys, thank you for watching the video. Keep watching other videos. I'm going to get this to you as soon as I can. Then I'm going to go back to answering emails. Alright, thanks guys. Bye.